All right, here we go. The all-new, all-different Avengers #5. Sweet little Alex Ross cover. I like this one. It came out in April 2016. I think it was April 2016. Yeah, April 2016. I thought the art was fun. The story was fun. Let's go through it real quick. Something's going on with Vision. He's basically turned bad. So he starts off, he's like downloading new stuff. He's figured out how to do like this 3D projectile. Think of like the projection screen from your elementary school. And then he like erases any history of him doing it. And then you go into this really weird story about Sam Wilson hooking up with Jane Foster Thor. And then they go back to Asgard. And they're like about to, you know, get it on. And then the Juggernaut shows up with roses. It's super bizarre. And then you're like, oh wait, Kamala Khan's writing like fan fiction. That's right, Kamala Khan's in this one too. Super fun. So Kamala Khan stops writing, goes with Peter Parker to the with the Avengers, and they go on a big fight. So during this fight, Vision is basically kind of like coaching Kamala Khan a little bit on how to defeat this baddie. And then they go back to headquarters, and Vision is accusing her and using his like projectile to show everybody else, his projector to show everybody else, hey, she was like being careless and could have killed people. Well, the rest of the Avengers get mad because they're adults and they're like, they're not valuing the kids. And it's like, hey, look at what you did. We can't have this, Kamala. You're not ready to be an Avenger. And they kick him out. They kick her out. And then she goes outside and she's really upset. She runs into Nova. Nova's like, what the hell? And Nova's already had a few little issues with Vision too. And so he runs in and he's like, let's get it on. What is wrong with you? The other Avengers kind of stop him. And then, of course, there's another alert, some more work to be done. And they're like, you stay here, Nova. In fact, you're out too. And then the rest of them pick up and they go into battle. There's some fun little back and forth with Tony Stark and Sam Wilson talking about him hooking up with Jane Foster's Thor. I think it's weird that once Jane Foster turns into Thor, she talks like she's an Asgardian. I think that's a weird twist. Anyway, they come across Equinox. And Equinox, they've fought before and easy peasy. This time, Equinox is tough. And so they start battling them, and then another Equinox shows up. And they start battling two, and then another one shows up, and another one, and another one. And they show up with various items from the Avengers. So like one shows up with Sam Wilson's Captain America's shield, one shows up with Jane Foster's helmet, and you find out that all these portals are showing up, and these are all Equinoxes from the future coming back all at the same time to fight the Avengers. So they end up, it's Kang. Kang shows up and he is pulling the strings here, and he shoves a couple of the Avengers into the future. And that, of course, is Sam Wilson and Jane Foster, which makes sense because they're kind of like the focal point a little bit of this story. And Jane Foster doesn't have Mjolnir. And so they're fighting some of the Equinoxes. And Sam Wilson's like, hey, she's like, I gotta get Mjolnir. He's like, oh, we kind of got our hands full. We could use your muscles right now. And then she's like, you don't understand. If I'm away from Mjolnir too long, she turns back into Jane Foster. And that's kind of how Jane Foster with the cancer, the big C. And that's kind of how we end the story. I thought the art was good. I thought the storyline was good. I really enjoyed the Alex Ross cover. I enjoyed that one a lot. It makes me want to read the next one. Also makes me wonder if I have 4. So I got to go home and dig and see if I have 4, because I want to see what transpired between Sam Wilson and Jane Foster to get that kiss. In there, he says the kiss didn't mean anything. It was just kind of a spur at the moment, adrenaline kind of kiss. But yeah, I thought this was a good one. I enjoyed it.
No! It's no longer a collectible! Oh, oh, oh!
What a nerd.